Nobody cares about us poor beggars.
Fool! Your interference will not be tolerated.
Welcome, friend. You can't get better fruits or vegetables anywhere in Daggerfall, I guarantee it. Look, I don't want any trouble. That's a phrase used by the King's intelligence network. It means someone's going to get killed. I don't want to know anything more. Just leave me out of this. You know, the eyes and ears of Daggerfall? That's how King Casimir keeps track of what's going on in the city. But you didn't hear about it from me. I said leave me alone. Take your questions and go. I'm not involved in this. This sounds like something that Roy would want to know about. Damn persistent, aren't you? Roy's a friend. I trust him. People I don't know, I don't trust. And I don't know you. I sell the best fruits and vegetables in Daggerfall. Lots of people come by, I talk, and I listen. Then I talk to my friends, like Roy. As for other people, maybe they should decide what they're going to do, now that they know so much.
Flowers for sale. A posy to gain a sweetheart's favor, perhaps? Oh, that's a pity. Well, now this is a mess. I'm taking a chance here. Sometimes I hear strange things, like what's on that note. Black roses with thorns. I've heard whispers of dark nature magic. That's just the kind of thing Roy, your dead man, would be interested in. With the note? I don't know. That's just what Roy did. He would find out things. Daggerfall has many eyes and ears. After all, information is cheaper than war.
Interested in a set of new clothes? Something in silk, perhaps? No one ever leaves my shop empty-handed. I'm afraid those aren't for sale. The Crescent Moon is the heraldry of the Casimir family, the rulers of Daggerfall. Dead? Rugged fellow had a dog? That's Roy. Well, that was Roy. I'm sorry he's dead, but I'm not surprised. If you figure out what Roy knew and who killed him, I'm sure someone will reward you. It's also a good way to get yourself killed. I guess. I liked Roy. He watched out for the merchants around here. And in exchange, we helped Roy. I listened and let Roy know what people were saying. If we ever told him something important, Roy made sure the right people were informed. Roy was a good man, loyal to Daggerfall. People trusted him. Even that old dog loved him. If a crime has been committed, talk to Captain Arison. It's his job to keep the city safe, so he's as good a choice as any. He's usually by the great stairs behind the Mages Guild. He likes to keep an eye on the approach to the castle.
Things have never looked worse.
Buying, selling, trading.
For the Knights of the King.
Welcome to Daggerfall. Move along. Roy, where is he? Why did he send a stranger in his place? Dead. Mara's hands. Let me look at that note. It's our code, all right. Someone who uses dark nature magic is planning to assassinate King Casimir. But who's behind this? I need to know more. Just don't try to play me for a fool. But with Roy dead, I don't seem to have much of a choice. Talk to Glenumbra Moors at the Rosy Lion Inn. If Roy was onto something, she'll know what to do. Betray us and, well, she'll still know what to do.
Honor and steel.
Fool, your interference will not be tolerated.
I'm busy. Can't you see I'm drinking here? And? Why are we talking? By Malakath. Roy stepped on a nest of snakes this time. One of the vipers is upstairs. He might know something. I'd confront him, but he knows me. Maybe a stranger like you can get him to talk. Eager. Reminds me of Roy. Go upstairs. Find Levesque and rattle his teeth, but don't kill him. We may need him later. Just don't mention me. I'm not an agent of the Crown. I'm just an orc enjoying her ale.
The heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end. When elves lost and learned to land, Akatosh gave the stone to Saint Alesh in token of her right to sit the throne. Red diamond, the heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end.
Help me. I've been discovered. Don't let them get me.
Selling, buying, trading right here.
You don't think I had anything to do with that, do you? Agreed. I'll tell you everything I know. Martine Larineau hired me. He lives next door to the inn, in the large manor house. I'm a mason, you see. Martine wanted me to make him a map of the tunnels beneath Daggerfall. The secret ones that lead to the castle. But I don't know what he's planning, I swear. I just needed the gold. I've got my own troubles back in Wayrest.
My prices can't be beat.
You're back. What happened? I thought I heard some noise upstairs, but you don't look any worse for the wear. Did you let that snake Levesque live? Martine the merchant? We need to know everything. Get inside Larano's manor. Look for anything that can shed light on what they're planning. I'll stay here and keep an eye on Levesque, so take anything you find straight to Captain Erison.
Cross land or sea, I run to her and together we sweat.
Buy me another bottle.
Louse.
I've lost hope. Fate does not smile upon me.
Fool! Your interference will not be tolerated.
In the name of the king.
Most of the royal family is safe, but his lordship is brave and stubborn. He refuses to leave the throne room. I need more information to convince him of the danger he's in. His lordship. Keep this quiet, or we'll never find the assassins in time. Divines help us if the king is killed. It could destroy the Alliance. I've taken every precaution to protect the royal family, but the king refuses to lay low. We need to find those assassins. Both King and Covenant are at risk today. Our work isn't done. Daggerfall's still in danger. I've taken every precaution to protect the royal family, but the king refuses to lay low. We need to find those assassins. Good. Talk to Sisana Atabas. She oversees the docks. Tell her what you discovered and she'll help in any way she can. Now hurry. The king's life is in danger.
Honor and steel.
Unless this is about cargo, I can't talk right now. I'm extremely busy. The assassins are in my port. Find these snakes and kill them, but do it quietly. I don't want to start a panic. I'll alert the guards. If any of these conspirators get past you, we'll cut them down.
I just needed a ride.
You're too late. Varric's already on his way to the castle. You...
For the Knights of the King.
My lord, you must go now!
I will not. The dragon does not flee its lair.
They're coming for you. Wait, what was that?
Death to the king.
Victory!
Get the king out of here. Go round! To the side! Flank, now!
What do we have here? A lizard with a crown? No one will stand in Angof's way. Move to flank!
Go! The king fled toward the stairs!
Good riddance. Captain, this isn't easy for me to say, but I want to apologize for ignoring your warnings.
It was nothing, my king. I apologize if I was impertinent in my duty.
Not at all, Arisen. Rise, please. In service to Daggerfall, our friend here is to have any support the Watch or the Knights can provide.
Of course. We'll do whatever we can to help find Angof and determine his motives. All of Daggerfall stands behind our hero. You did a great thing this day. If you need anything, you can always find me here.
It would seem that the captain's concern for me was well-founded. You saved me from this assassin's blade, as well as for my own foolishness this day. Indeed, the body on my floor proves that. Who was this man who came to kill me? What did he want? Angof? I've heard this name whispered by my agents. The Royal Spy Master reports of unrest across my kingdom, stirred into a froth by this Angof. But that's all we know. Creating chaos is a method, not a goal. It's a means, not an end. There's more going on here than chaos for its own sake. We must get to the bottom of this. Oh yes, my friend. I hereby grant you special dispensation to investigate the villain Angof in my name. But you must keep this quiet, for we don't want to tip our hand. I shall never forget your service this day, however. Go forth, and know that Daggerfall and the Crown stands behind you.
You did a great thing this day. If you need anything.
Stranger, a caution, my friend. If you're following this road, know that Dellen's Mill is lost. The land's turned against us. Spriggans and imps have overrun the mill. My family and I escaped, but the rest of the villagers weren't so lucky. I don't know. There might be a way to help the other villagers. A group of women showed up as we fled, threw spells around and called themselves the Wyrd Sisters. They helped us escape. Maybe they know what's going on out there. I'm taking my family to Daggerfall. We'll be safer there. Our friends and neighbors, they were trapped by the imps. There was nothing we could do but run for our lives. Thank you, my friend. You're certainly braver than I am. I'm sad to admit. Shay or curse me, but I have no idea. Dellen's Mill is always focused on our work. We don't get involved in politics or feud with our neighbors. Of course, chopping down trees could make a Spriggan angry, I suppose.
Well, not since I've lived in Dellen's Mill. Come to think of it, those strange vines that recently sprung up are new. I couldn't cut them even with my finest axe.
You'll see them soon enough. They're especially thick up north. You can't miss them. They're all twisted and diseased looking. I'd suggest staying far away from those awful vines. They're nothing but trouble, of that I'm sure.
Soon there will be nothing left in Dellen's Mill worth saving. If not for Bernard's quick thinking and the arrival of the Wyrd Sisters, we would have all died back there.
Why does the forest attack us? It makes no sense. It was the most frightening thing. Spriggans burst from the soil and started attacking everyone. And then the fire imps started setting everything ablaze. We barely escaped with our lives.
The spirit of the Wyrd weeps, for something drives her children mad. I fear for the innocents in this village. The forest is enraged, filled with hatred. We tried to calm it as we always have before, but our magic falters. Never have the elemental spirits refused to answer our calls. The grass, the trees, the very earth itself, they're dying. For now, our purpose is to defend the villagers from these creatures. I can construct a simple ward to protect the mill, but we are far from the Wyrd Tree. I shall require a focus. Take this creature, born and bound to the essence of Aetherius, and let it guide you to what I need. Hopefully, it will find enough to establish the ward. The Wyrd Tree, the spirit that gives life to this land. My sisters and I are Beldama Wyrd. We serve the Wyrd Tree. We came here to discover why anger infests this part of the forest. No, and that worries me. The forest no longer speaks to us. We sensed that something was wrong, and that's why we came here. But beyond that, we are at a loss as to how to make things right. Let this torch bug fly where it will. Let it guide you to the essence of Aetherius. It will find the soil that is most pure and draw out what I need for my focus. I mourn the creatures you were forced to kill. They usually aren't so aggressive. May the essence of Aetherius protect us all. Now please, stand back. I must perform the ritual of wording. Oh, I hope this works. There. I think that's done it. Come with me. Good. It worked. That's a perfectly fine ward, if I do say so myself.
You aren't one of the villagers.
That ward will buy us some time. Now we have to figure out what to do next. Agreed. The mill is safe for now, but we need to get the villagers out of here. My sister Johanna has a plan to help the villagers, but we need your assistance. If you're willing to help us, please talk to her.
My husband says we're safe in here. I hope he's right, but I think he gives this stupid saw blade too much credit.
Ha! Stupid monsters. Nothing gets past Mighty Marie. Best saw in all the land. As long as she spins, the mill will be safe.
you to nonchalantly walk through flames and forest? You smell of the city of stone. Have you come to cleave our forest? Rip up our soil? Haven't the spirits already been enraged enough by your kind? So you say. My sisters and I serve the Beldama Wyrd. We have a duty to uphold. You? I don't know your true intentions. Still, we could use the help of someone who isn't quite as attached to the forest as we are. You might prove useful after all. My sister Olina is still out there, probably trapped somewhere between the fires and the enraged forest creatures. The fires burn, our sister is missing, and the villagers are dying. Something needs to be done. Get everyone back here and we can keep them safe. For a while. In the meantime, we'll work on what to do next. And make sure you put those fires out. This building won't provide much protection if it burns to the ground. We are the Witches of the Wyrd. We serve the Wyrd Tree and the forest as our home. If this was Breton against Breton, we would not get involved. But something unnatural caused this. The forest has been wounded, and that concerns the Beldama Wyrd. We stand apart, but we aren't heartless. No one deserves to die for something they haven't done. Isn't it obvious? The people of the City of Stone caused this. They have no regard for the natural world. Nature only bends so far before it begins to suffer. Then it reasserts itself. Nature always prevails. That's why the vines appeared. The vines. They started appearing weeks ago, bursting through the soil and spreading throughout Glenumbra. We've never seen such vines before, and even the Wyrd Tree was engulfed by the strange growths. Whatever's happening, no one is safe.
No more! Mura will not stand for it! You won't hurt any more of Mura's friends! These creatures show up in the night, try to take everything from Mura. This one has worked hard to make friends, find people who would accept her. Mura will not allow these beasts to kill her friends. Do you speak the truth? Mura thought everyone was dead. Now you tell me good news, and hope fills this one's heart. Mura has heard tales of the witches who roam the west. Some good, some bad. This one will not turn down help, though, yes? Mura will find her way back to the mill. Just let one of those creatures get in this one's way.
I thought I was the last one left out here. Well, get up here and fight beside me. Today is a glorious day to die. Every last one of the damn things that got too close. A Nord never gives up, and a Nord never backs down from a fight. I'll keep fighting and swinging my axe until my arm falls off, and then I'll find a way to fight some more. I'm not afraid to die, stranger, but I might as well do it while defending the village. Thanks for the help. I look forward to fighting at your side back at the mill.
Just stay with me. We'll get out of this somehow.
My daughter. She can't be gone.
I'm sorry. But we have to extinguish these fires somehow. Otherwise, we're going to join her. There's no time. Put out... Did my sisters send you to aid us? The Mother Spirits guide us. I tried so hard, but I wasn't able to save more than this single villager. I'll make sure we both get back to the mill.
No! My beautiful daughter! Please say something! You have to be all right. You have to be.
We have to go. We can't stay here any longer. Your daughter's gone.
We can't just leave her here like this. I have to say goodbye. Wait. What are you doing? What's happening?
It's, good you got here when you did. You were much more, merciful than I was about to be to those creatures. Ha! Better than those imps after I get through with them. Assuming you didn't kill them already. You did. Kill them all, I mean, didn't you? The mill, of course. Well, if I do run into any hostile creatures along the way, they'll regret the day they decided to invade our village.
I don't want to die out here. You've got to help me! Injured? Injured? What does that matter? Everyone's dead! I think I'm the only one left. Survivors. I'm not all alone? Oh, thank the eight. I have to get to the mill and see who else is still alive.
The witches use magic the likes of which I've never seen before. I don't entirely trust it, but it does seem to be working.
I still don't know what happened out there. I've never felt fear like that before. I just froze. Sorry about any trouble I gave you back there.
Not many of us left, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. It's terrible out there. Doesn't make it any better, though.
We lost so many people. The Tardans, the Elwins, the... Oh, I don't want to think about this anymore. She needs time. Her daughter died right in front of us. The imps just kept tossing bolts of fire. They wouldn't stop. It took everything I had just to keep the flames at bay. Something evil corrupts the forest spirits. It must be stopped.
Kyla. My poor Kyla.
This one Nur, Onissa's daughter. She was a good girl. Full of life. What evil could have done this to us?
My sister Johanna has a plan to help the villagers, but we need your assistance. If you're willing to help us, please talk to her.
I still can't believe this is happening. The forest has never turned on us before. And there's so few of us now. I hate to say it, but this might really be the end of Dellen's Mill.
Perhaps I was too quick to pass judgment on you. These people, including my sister Olina, owe you their lives. The remaining fires should burn out soon. You did what you could, but the forest's rage has ravaged this village. It's terrible, for sure. But a small part of me is thankful that these saws won't operate again. My sisters and I should be able to open a path to safety, but we'll need your help again to make this work. We can travel along the roots of the Wyrd Tree. That's how we were able to get here so quickly. But there's some kind of corruption in the soil, and now that path is blocked to us. The roots need to be nourished with pure energy. Nothing is more pure than life itself. We can use the life force of the creatures to nourish the roots of the Wyrd Tree. Kill one of the creatures near each root. Their life essences should provide the power we need to get the villagers out of here. Look for the roots of the Wyrd around the mill. Remember that those creatures must give up their lives near the roots, or the roots won't absorb their life essences. Any creature you kill away from a root is a life extinguished for no reason. The Wyrd Tree sustains us. From its roots, we draw strength. From its leaves, we find comfort. Its roots stretch through all of Nirn, and thus its power touches everything. We were able to get all the villagers through the portal. They're safe in our camp for now. I should return to our camp and help protect the villagers. My sisters will continue to look into the madness that occurred here. Perhaps you could help them, if you have an interest. You have earned my respect, Stone Dweller. Thank you. Speak to Helene. There are still questions that require answers.
I didn't want to say anything with all these poor people around. They've already gone through so much. But after studying the situation, I think I know what's going on in the forest. The terrible magic that infects these creatures. I've heard stories, but I've never seen it used. Reach magic. I don't know how this happened. Even the guardians of the Wyrd are silent. This is much worse than I originally imagined. Elemental spirits connected to the Wyrd Tree. They guide us in protecting the land. But if we cannot reach them, they cannot aid us. I must ask for your continued help in this. All of Glenumbra may be at risk if this blight continues to spread. You must meet with Wyrd. She was the first to sense the disturbance and may know more about reach magic. We have to find a way to stop this or the very earth around us will perish. Please, find my sister on the road north of this mill.
Please, we're dealing with serious matters here. The Guardians are in desperate need of our aid, and any interruption can have dire consequences. Oh, my apologies. You must be the stranger who helped my sisters at Dellen's Mill. I'm honored to meet you. I can't talk long. As you know, things are not well in our woods. The Guardians have gone silent, and this corruption spreads. Be ready for anything. I can't talk long. As you know, things are not well in our woods. The Guardians have gone silent, and this corruption spreads. They're elemental spirits. They used to guide us, but now, nothing. And just when we need them the most. There's an old rite to contact them that might work, but it's too dangerous for me or my sisters to perform. I don't know. You're not one of us. But we have to try something, I suppose. See the lurchers out there. Gather their limbs, that's the dangerous part. Then burn the limbs at the altar atop the nearby ruins. If it works, a guardian should appear. If you're able to speak to the elemental spirit, find me at the Vale of the Guardians. It's north of this location. I'll wait for you there. And please hurry. We need the wisdom and guidance of the Guardians now more than ever. If you must know, the Guardians are the Elnafey. They've been a part of the land since the dawn of Tamriel. The Guardians have been with us since we first found the Wyrd Tree. They protect the land and guide us in our duties. They are abominations of the Bloodthorns. The Lurchers were Spriggans once, until the cultists twisted and corrupted them. That's what the Bloodthorns do. We must stop them.
Greetings, child. We have been waiting for someone to summon us. Angof the Gravesinger has imprisoned us, and we are cut off from the Wyrd. You must set the Guardians free. Have mortals so soon forgotten the old ways? Surely the Wyrises remember the Standing Stones. First, the stones must be cleansed of Angof's dark influence. Protect the Wyrd while they destroy the corruption binding the stones. No, but cleansing the stones should loosen Angof's grip. Tell Wyris Elena about the corruption. She will know what must be done. Our time grows short, mortal. Free us before Angof's corruption takes hold. We are the echoes of old voices, remnants of a time long ago. Still, a few of us remain. We were the Ifre, then we became the Elnafe, the Earthbones. We nurture the land and guide the Wyrd. They call us Guardians. They are a pestilence. They serve the corruption that binds us, the one called Angof the Gravesinger. The cult spreads his decay, planting his blighted seeds to pollute the natural world. They prepare a path for Angof's true master, Molag Bal. He is a tremor in the land, a poison in the water. He is a whisper, a shadow, a chill wind. He is Gravesinger and Reach Mage, Necromancer and Corruptor. Death and decay are his domains. Angof binds us and seeks to make us part of him. Far from here, where the earth and sky grow cold, lies the chill of the Reach. Daedra worshippers live there, mocking the Aedra, the Elnafe. They call themselves Reachmen, and their mages pollute the land with dark magic. Gravesingers are necromancers that seek power over life and death. They seek to control the realms we would nurture and protect. They call upon the Daedra who hide in darkness to aid them in their efforts.
Though it is rare, there are members of the Wyrd that are not Bretons.
Selling, buying, trading, right here.
I never thought that much of the Wyrd, but the way they've taken us in shows that they have good hearts.
I never thought of living in a tree, but I could get used to this.
I hope you're able to find Wyris Elena. I've never seen her so determined.
I'm glad to be back at camp rather than at the mill.
Where I am from, the trees are not so green.
Simple toil is good for the heart, or so the Wyrises say.
This camp may not be what the survivors from the mill are used to, but it will have to do.
Seeking our help? If so, you're destined to be disappointed. This is a dark time for the Beldama Wyrd. We have little aid to offer. We were attacked by the Bloodthorn cultists and their lurchers. They descended on the Wyrd Tree like locusts, overwhelming us before we knew they were there. Many sisters died defending the tree. Those of us who survived built this camp. We seek the aid of the Guardians. We need their help to retake the Wyrd Tree and drive out the cultists and the lurchers. Each of us seeks the Guardians in our own way, but none of us have had any success yet. I heard a whisper echo through the forest. Was it the Guardians? Did they talk to you? Imprisoned? Our enemy is that powerful. We will do whatever we can to help. The Guardians must be set free. What must we do? Without the aid of the Guardians, we can't regain control of our Wyrd Tree. Nothing much done here. What must we do? Without the aid of the Guardians, we can't regain control of our Wyrd Tree. 4 of my sisters have gone north to cleanse the stones, but they need protection. Corrupted creatures attack them before they can destroy the foul vines that choke the stones. You must go and help them. Of course! The standing stones! I should have realized! Take my amulet and protect the Wyrd. When they're done, weaken a lurcher and use the amulet to control it. Bring the controlled lurcher to the standing stones on the hill. We'll do the rest. Meet us at the ritual site, and don't forget the lurcher.
Stay alert. I'm not done yet. It's finally gone. I need a minute to catch my breath, and then I'll meet you at the ritual site.
I loathe these vines. They reek of death and corruption. But every time I try to deal with them, I'm attacked by cultists or corrupted creatures. I wish I had your confidence. I mean, I know what to do. And now you're here, right? Oh, what am I so worried about? Consider those damn vines destroyed! I need to go faster. Be ready for another attack. It's destroyed. I'll meet you at the ritual site once I've rested for a minute.
Corruption radiates from this thing. I can feel it worming into my soul. The corruption spreads outward, altering or killing all the forest creatures. We have to destroy it. Then keep me safe while I destroy this damn thing. I'm almost finished. Keep them off a little longer. We've destroyed it. Give me a minute and I'll meet you at the ritual site.
Selena told me you would come. I hope this works. Please don't let anything happen to me while I destroy these vines. You know, when you say it like that, I almost believe it. Let's do this thing. I need more time. We've done it. Let me catch my breath and I'll head to the ritual site.
By my blood, the corruption is washed away.
The sacrifice has made this holy place pure again. We can begin the ritual whenever you are ready. That poor Spriggan spirit is finally free. It is a lurcher no more. Through its blood, we have cleansed this site. Everything is ready. I agree. They've been imprisoned for much too long. Beldama, sisters, focus your power on the stranger. It's time to break Angof's hold on the Guardians.
At last, the chains of corruption fall away. We are free of Angof's hold.
Angof will pay for this insult.
Speak, champion of the Guardians. We are in your debt. Angof's corruption defeated us, but never again, thanks to you.
The stench of Angof's magic endures. It fouls the air with its wretched odor.
We are free. This is how it should be. We are Earth's bones. We endure. We knew someone would come to set us free. We just didn't know when it would happen, or who it would be. It seems right that you were the one. You are mortal, but also not mortal. Angof has much to fear from you. Angof's evil flows deeper than the wellspring of this land. This must end quickly. Angof's evil flows deeper than the wellspring of this land. This must end quickly. There is more work for you, champion. Go to the Wyrd Tree and find Wyrd Gwen. We protected her from Angof's slaves, but she cannot save the Wyrd Tree. That task belongs to another. Go, and learn what must be done.
I thought I was hidden here. My Breton neighbors. Just because my father was a Reachman, they think I'm a cursed follower of Angof. Angof the Gravesinger. He's a Reach mage, part of this damned Bloodthorn cult. You're not blind. You've seen the vines, right? You don't trust me either. Look, I'm loyal to the Covenant. My father came from the Reach 30 years ago with Durkarach's horde. He was wounded at Daggerfall and left behind, and my mother, well, she took him in. I never met him, if that's what you're asking. My father told me tales of Angof. He was a terror even back then. And now he's here in Glenumbra. Every Breton bully has joined his Bloodthorn cult, but I get the blame. I was going to hide here until this blew over, but now Angof's cultists have invaded the woods. If Angof isn't killed or driven out, I've got no choice but to leave Glenumbra. Maybe a ship captain in Aldcroft will take me as far as Wayrest.
What? Who? Damn it all! The last person who snuck up on me got a sword in the gut for their trouble. Sorry. Old habit. I was in the guard before joining the Wyrd. Damned Bloodthorns have taken our Wyrd Tree. I've never seen magic like this. I don't know what you can do, but if Elena sent you, your help is welcome. Have a look around if you must, but we need to act soon. The Wyrd Tree is dying. Have a look around if you must, but we need to act soon. The Bloodthorn cultists stole our portal stones. I swore off violence when I left the guard, but killing cultists might be the only way to recover the portal stones. We need those stones to get into our enclave without being seen. Recover the stones and activate them inside the huts so my sisters can join you. I still have my stone. Here, set it by the entrance to the Wyrd Tree and I'll step through to meet you. Activate the stones in the 4 huts. My sisters need a safe place to work.
We have come to save the Wyrd Tree.
Stand back. We shall begin the ritual. Open the portal in the perfect spot. Now we can get to work. The time has come to reclaim the Wyrd Tree.
You placed my stone well. I should be protected this close to the tree. We need to summon the Guardians. With their power, we can cleanse this place of Angof's foul influence. Angof's cursed vines prevent the Guardians from getting anywhere near the Wyrd Tree. Find the vines that grow within the circles of Wyrd blossoms and destroy them. That should allow the Guardians to appear before you.
Retribution must be swift. Angof will pay for his insolence. The Wyrd Tree must continue to reach for the sky. You must destroy the corruption of air. Heed my warnings and you will survive the vile creature's onslaught. When I call, come to me. My power shall protect you.
These stones belong to Angof now.
The winds of battle turn against you. Come here and I shall protect you.
earth weakens. Angof's poison corrupts it. Together we will crush this vile manifestation. Good. I cannot harm this corruption of the earth, but I can protect you from its attacks. Listen to my warnings, and you will prevail. I shall tell you when to return to my side. If you are close, I can shield you from the spirit's attacks.
These stones belong to Angof now.
The spirit casts a spell that shall shake the very ground beneath you. To my side, now! It is defeated.
This pollution is almost too much for me to bear. Help us restore balance to the Wyrd Tree. Destroy the corrupting spirit, and then we can cleanse this place. Listen to my words. I shall offer what aid I can. Stay close, and let my power flow over you.
These stones belong to Angof.
The tide of battle turns. To my side, now! It is defeated.
I can feel the oppressive weight of Angof's corruption lifting. I sense the gratitude of the Guardians, but I also sense fear. Angof's vermin are afraid. You did well, and I'm happy to stand at your side. Now we finally have a chance against Angof and putting an end to his unholy corruption. There's one more challenge we have to face, though. Angof's last wraith nests within the tree. It won't be banished very easily, but the Guardians promise to help you. When you're ready, enter the tree and expel the foul spirit. The Wyrd Tree isn't safe yet. We cleansed the land around the tree, but this isn't over. Corruption still festers at the Wyrd Tree's heart. Angof's last wraith nests within the tree. It won't be banished very easily, but the Guardians promise to help you. When you're ready, enter the tree and expel the foul spirit.
Destroy this foulness! Set the Wyrd Tree free!
The witch's puppet has come. Time went to interference once, and
The spirit casts a spell that shall shake the very ground beneath you. To my side, now!
You may have destroyed one of my slaves, but I have so many more.
It's so beautiful. Do you see? Things have already changed. The Wyrd Tree has been restored. Thank the Guardians that you did. We were losing this battle, but now things are different. And you, a stranger. It's a wonder you risked your life for us. There's no end to the surprises this world has to offer. I served in the Lion Guard before coming to the Wyrd, so I know more about the world. I think it's time my sisters stopped hiding. We could benefit from more outside contact. If there are no more attacks, the tree will be fine. A hunter, Gloria Fausta, came looking for help while you were inside the tree. I'm ashamed to say we turned her away. We couldn't divert our attention when the outcome of your battle was still unclear. Aldcroft. She said werewolves captured Camlorn and the Duke had fled. We weren't able to aid her, but perhaps you can. Chamberlain Weller and Aldcroft would know more.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it? I'm afraid we've got a bit of an emergency at the moment. I don't know anyone who goes by that name, I'm afraid. Our Duke was kidnapped. Perhaps she was taken along with him. I certainly wouldn't put it past those Bloodthorn bastards. We have a bit of a situation with Duke Sebastian of Camlorn. Perhaps you'd be willing to help extract the Duke from a rather precarious situation. Incompetence. Idiots! How could they allow this to happen?
Too weak to move.
Incompetence. Idiots! How could they allow this to happen? We have a bit of a situation with Duke Sebastian of Camlorn. Perhaps you'd be willing to help extract the Duke from a rather precarious situation. Our bumbling town watch allowed the Duke to get kidnapped, that's what happened. Please, you look like you can handle yourself. Surely someone with your talents can help us. The damn Bloodthorn cult. With Camlorn in chaos and the Duke out of action, who knows what the cult intends? At least the Lion Guard finally arrived. Speak to Lieutenant Harim if you want to help. Last I heard, he was near the lighthouse. Lieutenant Harim was scouting near the lighthouse. Maybe he's figured out where the Bloodthorns are holding the Duke by now. Why, His Grace is the Duke of Camlorn. What else is there to say? He loves his people and they love him. He was driven out of Camlorn by Faolchu and his werewolves. Now he reigns in exile from Aldcroft. Well, at least he did before the kidnapping. Faolchu's a terrible brute. He leads the werewolves that invaded Camlorn and forced the rightful rulers to flee for their lives. I could guess. With most of our force besieging Camlorn, we're stretched thin, and frankly, the local watch isn't much use. With the Duke gone, the enemy can take Aldcroft. Then they hit our troops at Camlorn from the rear, but I'm just guessing.
Watch yourself. This place is thick with Bloodthorn cultists. I could use a seasoned warrior. There's no point relying on the local watch. They're simply not up to the job. The Duke's in the lighthouse guarded by Bloodthorns. I was waiting for reinforcements to arrive before making a move. You're a bold one. Very well. When the reinforcements get here, we'll make sure none of the cultists slip away. And if your plan doesn't work, we'll drink a toast to your memory later in the tavern. We were sent to provide more security for the Duke and to keep something like this from happening. It's too bad we didn't arrive sooner. The local watch just wasn't prepared to deal with the Bloodthorns.
You don't look like a Bloodthorn cultist. I assume this is a rescue attempt. Divines be praised. The cultists trapped me with these focus crystals. I'm a bit of a mage myself, but I'm powerless inside this ward. I'm free. Now to get out of here. But there's one more thing. Thanks, friend. But I'm not the cult's only prisoner. I overheard the cultists talking. They have a prisoner who's a threat to the werewolf leader Faolchu. They plan to execute her. If she really is a threat, then it seems crucial that we rescue her. Very good. I'll return to Aldcroft. Meet me there after you rescue this mysterious woman.
My executioner? You couldn't lift the axe, let alone deal with all the blood. Splendid. Cut me loose. We'll kill these Bloodthorn dogs and then go after Faolchu and his werewolves. Let's just say I have some inside knowledge that can help us put an end to the mangy dog. Now get me out of these ropes. Sebastian, we don't have time for... Oh, very well. We'll talk to the Duke. Let's go, then. No time to waste. My thanks, friend. That was too close for comfort. I'll meet you in Aldcroft.
Yeah.
You saved my husband. I can't thank you enough for that. I'm truly in your debt.
Here I am, safe and sound back in Aldcroft. I have you to thank for that. Yes, and I share her concerns about both Camlorn and Aldcroft. We must deal with these werewolves once and for all. In fact, I hope to involve you in that. Gloria suspects Faolchu's agents are here among us, even now. Ah, my rescuer returns. Gloria suspects Faolchu's agents are here among us, even now. Indeed, they hide in human form. It's exactly what they did in Camlorn before they struck. We need to find and destroy them before Aldcroft suffers the same fate as poor Camlorn. Gloria says this amulet can be used to reveal the hidden werewolves. I'm sure she can tell you more about it.
I know why you're here, but where I got that amulet is a discussion for another time. Just be careful. The werewolves won't appreciate having their secrets revealed. I'm no expert, but Hircine is the Daedric prince of man-beasts. The amulet bears the call of Hircine. Werewolves can't resist its call. It forces them to reveal their true nature. Pretty useful, right? Don't you know anything? Hircine, the creator and guardian of all were-creatures? Hircine's call. Well, it calls to their true nature, reveals them for the beasts they really are. What of it? Don't you have some werewolves to go find? Fair enough. All right, here's the dark truth. I'm related to Faolchu. He's my ancestor. Every day, my family and I live with the shame of the horrors he inflicted on the world. And now he's back. So I hunt werewolves, and I kill them.
I was so worried about Father. How brave you were to rush in there and save him.
I'm glad the matter we discussed has been, dealt with. Rest assured, the Duke of Camlorn does not forget his friends.
Watch yourself. Some of these refugees look kind of shit.
Welcome to the docks. Feel free to hoist a crate and join the party.
It burns! My skin! It's on... I'll chew on your bones and gulp your blood!
A new shipment of fleas has just arrived. Wonderful.
Why did you do that? What was that odd light?
What's happening to me?
For Faolchu. For victory!
I don't understand. You've been discovered. Attack! Attack!
That was strange. What just happened?
Pain. It hurts.
Aldcroft must fall. For claw and fang.
Why did you do that? What was that odd light?
That was strange. What just happened?
It burns! My skin! It's on... For Faolchu! For victory!
There are some rough characters on the docks, so watch your step.
Are they here? Are Faolchu's cursed offspring here in Altcroft? So Gloria was right. I suppose I should have known. At least we'll be better prepared this time. And it seems I'm once again in your debt. At least now we know what we're facing. Meanwhile, Gloria has discovered something important about how Faolchu came to power. The more I learn, the less I like it. At least now we know what we're facing. Meanwhile, Gloria has discovered something important about how Faolchu came to power. Gloria says that Faolchu was summoned back from the dead. If that could happen once, how can we hope to stop this villain? Anyway, to learn more, Gloria needs a live werewolf. Can you capture one for her? Talk to Sergeant Armoil. His soldiers faced werewolves in Camlorn, and they captured one of the beasts. He can advise you. Then meet Gloria in the cave to the east across the bay. That's where she'll perform the rite to learn how to defeat Faolchu.
As soon as you catch a werewolf, meet me in the cave across the bay. I hate to miss the fun of the hunt, but I have to prepare the cave for our reluctant guest. Faolchu died a long, long time ago. He was summoned back from the dead. I want to find out who to blame for that. You can read the history of a werewolf's sire from the blood of his offspring. That's why we need to capture a werewolf. If that was a joke, I don't think it was very funny. Go capture me a werewolf. I got things to do.
I'm just glad there were some survivors at the mill. I'm tired of defending this backwater. There's work to be done in Camlorn and... Oh, sorry. I thought you were one of my soldiers. Ah, right. That's not what I expected to hear. We did capture a werewolf at Camlorn. For a little while, anyway. My battle mage Lexi did it. She should be able to help you. Lexi, front and center, if you please.
Right. So here's how we capture a werewolf. You fight the beast and keep it busy. Meanwhile, I cast the spell that entraps it. Just do your part and leave the magic to me. I'm an expert. Time I overdid it. Let's find another one. Got him! No, I haven't. Mud crabs. Now we need another werewolf. It worked! By Julianos, it worked! Well, that should hold the ugly cur. Take the werewolf to the cave. I'll tell Sergeant Armoyle it worked. You caught one. Good. Let's get him into the circle. I'll create a link between the three of us. We'll be able to see into the werewolf's past, and hopefully into Faolchu's past as well. The connection between offspring and sire is strong.
Now the legendary werewolf lord shall fulfill Molag Bol's true purpose. Arise, minion! Arise from the dead.
I serve no one, rich man.
Serve or suffer, cur. I have bound you to my will. Glenumbra's destruction is your only goal.
Today I submit to you, Angof. But one day soon, I will rip out your heart and eat it whole.
Empty boasts from Molag Bol's newest slave. Come, Faolchu. We have business to attend to.
So, it was Angof. I thought I smelled the stench of true evil. You saw what I saw. In order to stop Faolchu for good, we need to put an end to Angof. A tall order, but it's not impossible. Wait. The werewolf apparently has something to say.
Fools. Your Duke has been blessed with Hircine's curse. He will destroy everything he loves. You have failed. Angof has sealed your fate.
The Duke was infected? I was afraid of that, but I hoped I was wrong. I've been keeping an eye on him in case the change came over him. Faolchu has been ahead of me every step of the way. This failure falls on my head, but we can resolve this here and now. I need to die, and you need to take my blood. We're wasting time. I need to die so you can take my blood. If administered in time, the blood of the Master can cure his spawn. You know I'm Faolchu's descendant. If the Duke drinks my blood, he'll be cured of the curse. This poison will kill me quickly without contaminating my blood. Swear to me you'll finish what we started. Save the Duke and restore my family's honor. And may the Eight watch over you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I apologize to all of you. I thought I could fight this off. I was wrong. The pain fades. That was blood, wasn't it? You gave me Gloria's blood, didn't you? Just one more thing Faolchu must pay for.
What happened to Gloria Fausta is a shame, but her sacrifice was not in vain. Duke Sebastian is the only one who can hold Camlorn together.
By the Eight, whatever you gave him seemed to do the trick. I pray that the madness is well and truly over.
My husband looks so much better. Thank you for everything.
Thanks to you, my nightmare is over. It's time to return to Camlorn. The only benefit from my brush with lycanthropy is that now I understand the curse. And I know that Faolchu, having been raised once, can be raised again. I have Mages Guild researchers already working on that problem. They're trying to discover how Faolchu originally died. If you want to help, they're at Glenumbra Moors, the battle site where Faolchu died. The first time.
We've been out here digging around for hours, and we haven't found one clue. It's hopeless!
Never would have thought that I, a mere farmer's son, would one day explore the ruins of the Glenumbra Moors. I'll never forget this experience.
My brother was almost killed by one of Faolchu's werewolves. I couldn't bear losing him, and I don't want anyone else to suffer such pain. That's why I'm here. We'll find a way to stop Faolchu.
Pay no attention to my little friend here. He has a weakness for tall tales. The taller, the better, I'm afraid. It's all rubbish, of course.
Agrun here claimed that the threat Faolchu poses has been greatly exaggerated. Poor fool wouldn't know a moth from a mammoth.
A messenger? From Altcroft, by any chance? What news from there? We heard reports that Camlorn refugees had inundated the town. That's good. Losing Camlorn was bad enough. Meanwhile, we've made significant progress here. Our research is finally beginning to yield results. The ghosts of the Alessian army still haunt this place. It's been an age since the Battle of Glenumbra Moors raged here, yet the spirits linger. The spirits of the dead haunt this place. The ghosts of the Alessian army still haunt this place. It's been an age since the Battle of Glenumbra Moors raged here, yet the spirits linger. Faolchu, the beast that ravages Camlorn. He fought and died here. We want to know what happened all those years ago. Then we can kill him again. Sarvith, our master of incannabula, hopes to evoke a vision that shows us the events surrounding Faolchu's death. We're collecting the most powerful historic artifacts to use as focus objects. The spirits are making the task difficult, however. The generals of the Alessian army played a vital part in the Battle of the Glenumbra Moors. Their weapons, if still intact, would suffice, I think. If you manage to get your hands on the weapons, find Sarvith. He knows what to do from there. Faolchu wasn't called the Invincible General for nothing. You can cut him, bash him, fill him full of arrows. He just keeps coming. We must discover how they stopped him and ended this ancient war. I could tell you the basic story, but if you want a deeper understanding, you need to ask our lore master, Dalina. She's up on the tower observing the movement of the spirits.
Just look at those lost souls. What drives them? Why do they fight on? Of course. What would you like to know? This is where Clan Dureni fought to defend High Rock against the invading Alessian Order. The Alessians outnumbered them 3-1, but this was Dureni land, and the clan prevailed. The Alessians were a fundamentalist sect that wanted to purge elven influence from Tamriel's religions. We think Faolchu was one of their generals. They called him the Changeling and the Invincible One. Nothing could stop Faolchu. The soldiers he bit became werewolves and turned against their own. This land should have fallen to his lycanthropic plague. But someone or something killed him that day. Legends tell us that the Nameless Soldier killed Faolchu. It's said the Nameless Soldier prevailed by making a great sacrifice. The Dureni settled in High Rock long ago. They were ancient High Elves who stood with the local Bretons against the Alessian invaders. Seems likely. We don't know how the Nameless Soldier defeated Faolchu yet, but we're determined to figure it out.
The Mages Guild has never been known as a militaristic force. You tend to find us in ruins, searching for lost knowledge, but sometimes even scholars need to take up arms.
This site was the breaking point of the Battle of Glenumbra Moors. The Alessian army made one of their last stands here. The Dureni army was able to defeat Faolchu and prevail. We need to figure out how.
No Dureni shall get past these gates. Do you understand me?
They think they have an advantage, do they? Ha! Just wait until their panic crumbles around them.
Set it ablaze!
He's not the sharpest arrow in the quiver.
Make sure these orders circulate among the troops. You need to be prepared for what's to come.
Light it up! Spread out!
Burn it!
Yeah.
You'll find Sarvith in the tent behind me. And please, remind Sarvith to be careful. He's brilliant, but he doesn't always pay as much attention to detail as he should.
It's true. Faolchu is tall as a tree, with claws like great swords.
Yes, yes, and he breathed fire and ate warriors, armor and all. I've heard it all before.
Bagroon here claims that the threat Faolchu poses has been greatly exaggerated. Poor fool wouldn't know a moth from a mammoth. Ah, the focus objects. These would do very nicely. Let me just, I don't think that was supposed to come off. Well, these swords are pretty beat up. I'm sure we'll still have plenty of material for the ritual, though. If all goes well, we'll be able to peer into the past. Hopefully see what happened to Faolchu. Find out how the Durenis were able to defeat the Alessians so long ago. And if something goes wrong, well, then we shall see what we shall see. Of course, we'll be using the amalgamated essence of the past, focused with these ancient weapons, to open a sort of window into history. Follow me. Now we may finally learn how Faolchu was defeated.
And maybe we'll find out how tall the Horker really was.
Listen to me. You must listen.
Giuliano's little teapot! We did it, I think. The spell worked better than I anticipated. We didn't just create a window into the past, we opened a door. The very air ripples with temporal disturbance. Somewhere nearby, a door into history stands open. All we need to do is step through it. A fragment from the past, I think. Something that was pulled forward with the spell. Let's hope that was all we pulled forward. Someone brave and rash enough has to actually step through the door we opened. I'm too valuable to get lost in the past, and Bergrun would probably change history with all his usual bumbling about. Ask Grala what she thinks we should do.
Well, at least I can say that Sarvis' spells are consistent. They never fail to fail.
We heard a scream, and then ripples of magical distortion started to sweep across the battlefield. What happened? They were supposed to cast a simple divination spell, nothing more. Sarvith wasn't supposed to open any doorways. I don't like this. Time magic shouldn't be meddled with. But what's done is done. Maybe one of those ripples has the answers we seek. Examine the ripples. See if there really is a doorway of some kind out there. And keep an eye out for anything else out of the ordinary. Who knows what they may have pulled out of the past.
You seek to see into the past. I can guide you. I can show you how Faolchu met his death. If Faolchu has risen, then he must die again. Go to the crypt. I'll meet you there and show you how to discover the secret you seek. I remember this place. It all started here on the day of the final battle. We gave up everything to kill Faolchu. I'll be damned if I just let him come back to life and curse the world again. I'm here because the one I loved gave up everything that day to save his people. You seek answers. I'm here to help you find them and hopefully avoid the tragedy that occurred on that long ago day. This armor is your key to the past. It belonged to my beloved and was buried in this place of honor. It was my beloved's hand that cut Faolchu down. Oh, my beloved, what you sacrificed for us all. This armor is your key to the past. It belonged to my beloved and was buried in this place of honor. It was my beloved's hand that cut Faolchu down. You'll relive the last moments of the battle. You'll take the place of my beloved, experience the fall of Faolchu as it happened. But be careful. You can affect events. Whatever you do may have untold consequences. You won't just see a vision of the past, you'll live through it. What you do may change the destiny of those around you. This is a terrible burden to carry, but it's the only way to get the information you seek. When you're ready, put on the armor. Oh, this armor brings back such memories. Now get dressed. There's much to see, and the connection to the past won't last long. When Faolchu dies, the armor will eject you from the past. You'll return unharmed to the here and now. Yes, that's what will happen. I'm sure of it. It was a violent, bloody time. The Alessians were on a holy crusade to purge every Mer who occupied this land and called it home. They destroyed anything with even the smallest connection to magic. Would you stand by while those who didn't deserve to die were judged by religious zealots? Unless I strongly misjudged you, I think not. We did what was right, and we would do it again, which is why I'm here. Wise, kind, courageous. Everything one could want from a constant companion. But you'll see soon enough. I only hope that what you learn will help you in the present situation. There you are, my love. I was starting to worry about you. Why do you linger, my love? Commander Parmion rallies the troops for the final assault. You're his best officer and our noblest knight. You should be at his side for this moment. Did that blow to your head rattle your senses? We're on the verge of turning the tide, and we'll launch the strike against Faolchu's headquarters soon. Come, my love. We have work to do. The Alessian orders, of course. They're crucial. We captured the messenger, but not before he handed the orders off. We need to search enemy soldiers until we can retrieve them. We can't have the Alessians surprise us when we're this close to victory. Do what you have to do and find those orders. Then find me at camp. We need to talk.
About time you returned. There you are, my knight. Did you recover the orders? Excellent. You're a credit to the Durrani Guard. Now we can prepare a proper counterattack to the upcoming Alessian assault. They won't know what hit them. You should show these to the Iliad King. He just arrived and is eager to get involved. Yes, he surprised us all. We weren't expecting the last king of a dying people to show up on the field of battle. But he's a brilliant tactician and his advice can only help. Meanwhile, we'll send Alana's unit to put an end to Faolchu. What nonsense! Alana can handle it. If these orders are any indication, I need you to lead our defenses. But speak to Alana before she goes, if you like. Just make it quick. And don't forget to talk to the king.
A Breton fighting for the Durrani. Somewhat surprising, though not unheard of considering the current circumstances. Wait a moment. That armor. I've heard stories about you. They say you fight as if Auriel himself blessed you. The situation unfolding upon the battlefield is telling enough. These orders only confirm my suspicions. The Alessians plan to slip past your defenses to, how do they put it, catch the Dareni with their trousers down. What a curious phrase. Use the Dareni magic of your armor to spot the covert shadow scouts before they can do any significant damage. Then dispatch them with extreme prejudice. Simple enough, really. But I'm actually very curious about you. These old Ayleid eyes see many things. Everyone in this yard, for example, radiates an aura of life force. But not you. Your aura's missing. I can't tell if you're not truly alive, or you just don't belong. I've never seen magic like this before. Perhaps, perhaps not. But this is neither the time nor the place for this conversation. We shall meet again, and then we shall see what we shall see. But now we have a battle to win. I appreciate your report.
I know you wanted to go after Faolchu, but you'll see plenty of action defending the camp. I appreciate your concern, my love, but orders are orders. If either of us fails, this entire battle could be lost. But have no fear. I'll make sure we never have to worry about Faolchu again. How? He's just a man, my love. I'll stick my sword in him a few times until he drops. Then I'll stab him again. I'll be back in no time, carrying his head high as a trophy. I can't think of a better gift to celebrate our new family. Later, my love. I'll tell you all about it after the battle. No need to distract you right now. It's nothing but good news, though, I promise. I love you, you know. Now go.
We make our final stand here. The Alessians are rabble and their numbers mean nothing. This land is ours and we intend to keep it. Today, Faolchu and the Alessians meet their end at our hands. Today we celebrate our victory. Good luck, my friend. I'll see you on the battlefield. Now, let's make that bastard Faolchu pay.
Faolchu's headquarters. We were ambushed, surrounded. Alana and the others...
That must have cost him.
were too many of them. They tore us apart. Captain, I have bad news. Commander Parmian is dead. Commander Parmian decided to accompany us, but it was a trap. We expected to find Faolchu and his officers, but there was a whole platoon waiting for us. We couldn't stop them. The commander fought bravely, but they cut him down and took Alana. I'm afraid there isn't much time. We expect Faolchu to launch a full-scale assault at any moment. There were so many of them! I'm afraid there isn't much time. We expect Faolchu to launch a full-scale assault at any moment. It's a tough choice. I think there are enough of us left alive to go after Faolchu, but we also need to rescue Alana. I don't know. What are your orders, Captain? This isn't an easy choice, I know. I don't envy you. But whatever you decide, we're with you. Yes, Captain. They dragged Alana up the path behind me. Good luck. We'll get Faolchu for you.
Disaster. I should have suspected a trap. And now Commander Parmian's dead. What about Faolchu? You sent them to be slaughtered. I was wrong. Faolchu isn't an ordinary man. I drove my sword right into his heart and he didn't even feel it. Our weapons won't be able to stop him. The soldiers won't stand a chance. Let me think. Wait a moment. The way he shrank back from our torches. Fire! That's the answer. It has to be. Tell the others. Help them. If Faolchu isn't killed, we all lose. Someone needs to get this information back to our camp. If Faolchu eludes you, our remaining forces need to know how to kill him. Go, my love. Go make history.
cannon like this? Oh, not like this!
Return to your time. You learn that Faolchu's weakness is fire. Use that knowledge well. Now enter the nearby portal. It will take you home.
Welcome back. Are you all right? Were you successful? Why? Why are you staring at me like that? Why, yes, of course. Are you sure you're all right? It doesn't matter. What happened? Fire. Can it really be that simple? Alana said that all along, but now we know for certain. Now we can take the fight to Faolchu, and we can win. Where else would she be? She's the one who approved your mission. Don't you remember? I'm sure it'll all come back to you. Time travel can be very stressful. Anyway, Alana's in camp. Go tell her what you learned.
It's good to have you back. Sarvith was just starting to babble about time travel magic. But here you are, gender unchanged. As usual, her theories proved to be wildly inaccurate.
You're back, and you're safe. Thank the Divines. I was afraid we lost you.
You're back, and just in time. But the celebration must wait, I'm afraid. Faolchu's forces have taken all of Camlorn, and the Lion Guard's counterattack falters. What's wrong with you? Why are you looking at me like that? You know I'm the descendant of the spirit who appeared before you. Get your head on straight and tell me how Faolchu was originally defeated. I thought as much. That's the story our family has passed down through the ages, but I needed proof. Now Camlorn must be told. You know, what you've done here has changed everything, maybe more than we know.
The ghosts of the Alessian army still haunt this place. It's been an age since the Battle of Glenumbra Moors raged here, yet the spirits linger. If you go north, you should be able to catch up with the Lion Guard forces. Find an officer and tell him what we learned. Knowing Faolchu's weakness might make all the difference.
The next step is to take this information to Camlorn.
Get to the city quickly. Inform the Lion Guard how to beat Faolchu, and they may yet have a chance to take Camlorn back.
This isn't a good time.
My brother was almost killed by one of Faolchu's werewolves. I couldn't bear losing him, and I don't want anyone else to suffer such pain. That's why I'm here. We'll find a way to stop Faolchu.
What is it?
First we lost Camlorn, then they turned back our offensive. If we can't retake this camp, Faolchu's beaten us. Nothing else matters until this is resolved.
Another wild theory. That's the third one today. Just don't get in the way. We've got enough trouble as it is.
If you can fight, and you know the difference between a Breton's head and a werewolf's arse, we can use your help. We need to cut through the werewolves and link up with our troops on the other side of the camp. There must be a way to win this fight. There has to be. First we lost Camlorn, then they turned back our offensive. If we can't retake this camp, Faolchu's beaten us. Nothing else matters until this is resolved. If you can fight, and you know the difference between a Breton's head and a werewolf's arse, we can use your help. We need to cut through the werewolves and link up with our troops on the other side of the camp. Good. Help Shazar clear a path, and fight your way to General Mandin at the Western Gate. We'll rally the troops there and turn the tide of the war. For a little while, anyway. Work with Shazar to cut a gap through those werewolves. We'll follow and take back what's ours. If you get through, report to General Mandin. I'd love to hear your theories, but it won't mean anything if we don't take this camp back first. We need to be able to reach Faolchu to actually defeat him. Let's talk after the siege camp is once again under our control.
We need to cut down enough of these monsters to clear a path through the camp. Then we might have a chance to retake the city.
What?
The Mages Guild battles alongside the Lion Guard this day. If we fail to reclaim Camlorn, the entire region will fall into darkness. We're making final preparations now.
We have to focus on retaking Camlorn. It's all we have time for right now. Let's finish this.
We made it. Get in there and find General Mandin. I'll signal the others to move in.
What is it? Did you hear that someone purged the corruption from the Wyrd Tree? These cursed werewolves. How in oblivion did you get in here? Gautir's retaken the camp? You must have led quite a charge. Tell him I have almost a full company of soldiers in here, and we're ready to fight.
The werewolves were strong, but we were stronger. Those who died in this fight did so with honor. They have no regrets.
That'll teach those mangy beasts. Now press forward. We must maintain our momentum.
The siege camp is ours again, but at what cost? And do we have the forces remaining to continue this course of action? I'm not so sure.
I'm sick of the stench of fur and blood. I want this to be over.
The camp is ours again. I've never seen anyone fight like you. It was inspirational. Did you reach General Mandin? Good. Now for our battle plan. We need to take and hold the city courtyard, just inside the main gate. And we could use your help. We can't hold the courtyard unless someone locks the inner gate. That'll keep werewolf reinforcements from reaching us. I need you to get into the northwest tower and lock that gate.
I'm sick of the stench of fur and blood.
The werewolves were strong, but we were stronger.
We made it in, thanks to you. With the gate locked, we should be able to hold this position. You're looking at them. We're all that's left. We can hold this position, but we don't have enough troops remaining to make a full assault on the city. We're bringing in more troops, but that will take time. Until then, we hold this position. We never would have gotten this far without your help. We sent word to Aldcroft for reinforcements. I'll take anything they can send my way. Now, if I could only reach my son.
If someone would only help.
Gautir believes his son Darien is still alive inside the city. If that's true, we can use it to our advantage. Darien is Camlorn's captain of the guard.
We lost more troops in that charge than I expected. The courtyard is ours, but if we don't push forward, we'll be overrun again.
We sent word to Aldcroft for reinforcements. I'll take anything they can send my way. Now, if I could only reach my son. My son Darien serves as captain of the Camlorn Guard. We've heard that there's still a contingent of guards operating within Camlorn, and Darien is among them. If we could reach them, our chances of retaking the city improve dramatically. Darien carries the master key to the city gates. With that key, we can open both the central and eastern gates at the same time. That would allow us to attack the werewolves from 2 directions.
Good to see that you're still alive.
What brings you to our pleasant little city? The war? The blood? The thrice-damned werewolves? That's the first good news I've heard today. But if you're here to take me to my father, you can get that thought right out of your head. There are beautiful women in Camlorn that still need to be rescued. In all seriousness, I'm not doing anything before we find a safe refuge for the civilians hiding in the surrounding buildings. The inn nearby should be defensible enough, and it's full of supplies. There's just one catch. The inn's locked up tight and the innkeeper was killed trying to reach us. Get the key from the body and enter the inn, then shine a signal light. I'll rally the civilians and get them to safety. We'll talk about my key after that. When the werewolves attacked, the damn Bloodthorns appeared inside the city. It was as if they'd been here all along. I think they even opened the gates for the werewolves. They had a plan, and they executed it perfectly. If they didn't start out that way, that's certainly the case now. A marriage made in oblivion, to be sure, but effective nevertheless. Get the injured inside. Anyone who can still stand, guard the doors. And here we are at the inn, all safe and sound, more or less. We saw the light and followed you inside. Not quite yet. We need weapons and armor to help protect these civilians. There are caches of Camlorn guard supplies hidden around the city. Gather some, and we can arm more people. Ah, the lovely clank of armor. Well done. When we get out of here, the first drink's on me. Now, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is I do indeed have the master key to the city gates. The bad news is your thrilling exploits have attracted Faolchu's attention.
If we retake Camlorn today, it will be because of you. But keep your wits about you. It's not over yet. If Darian's still alive, his friend Alanon will be with him. Alanon can be difficult to deal with, but he's the best alchemist I know. He's working on a way to cure the victims of Faolchu's lycanthropy. With a few final ingredients, yes. My aides have gathered most of what he needs. Bring him these items, along with some fresh blood from Faolchu's werewolves. Then, Alanon should be able to finish his cure.
Don't pester me. I'm working on a cure. Go bother someone else for a while. I can't guarantee the efficacy of the antidote I would make. Faolchu's get are of a very different breed than the average werewolf. Luckily, with the blood you've gathered and the ingredients around the inn, we should be able to put something together. Let's see. Yes, here we are. Smells of rot. Should be just right then. Unless you can coax a werewolf to drink this, the best you can hope for is to weaken one by fighting it and then splash this concoction on its wounds. That may be enough. Send anyone who transforms back here.
Get out of here. Get somewhere safe.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone.
What happened? Where am I?
The cure. Did it work? The real pity is I can't make more doses until we're out of here. Still, you were able to rescue a few of our citizens. Thanks.
You certainly know how to make an impression. You were too successful, my friend. And now Faolchu is, pardon the pun, howling mad. A bold plan, especially for my father. If we time it right, it should work. But that doesn't change the fact that Faolchu is hunting for us. Take one of these newly armed townsfolk with you. Have the civilian light the fires in the towers to signal my father. I'll take the rest of the civilians and my guards and unlock the gates. Oh no, you have something much more important to do. Once the fires are lit, you confront Faolchu. Keep him busy long enough for our troops to take the city. I'll send aid as soon as I can. Now, don't be modest. You've more than proven yourself. Destiny beckons and you must answer its call. Say, that sounded rather good. I should write this stuff down. Oh, we can give you fire. At least we can once the Lion Guard archers arrive. Keep Faolchu busy long enough, and you'll get all the fire you need.
Ah! Who dares trespass in my city? Find them! Kill them! Bring me their bones!
I'm not much good with a sword, but I'll do whatever Captain Darien asks of me. Keep watch. I won't be long. I lit the signal fire. Let's move on.
Keep watch. I won't be long. I lit the signal fire. Let's move on. Keep watch.
Begone, Angof! I did your bidding. The city is mine now!
You are still my creature, slave. I made you.
I devoured Camlorn. All of Glenumbra will be mine!
Made creature. The Lion God stands at your door. You have failed.
They are weak, and I will crush them. Camlorn is mine!
You will see, beast. You will see.
Dare challenge me? Prepare to feel my wrath!
Watch it! There's your target! Ignite! Draw back! And release!
The fire shall not destroy me again!
You did it. You killed Faolchu. Yes, my friend, but you turned the tide. We had all but lost the war before you came and showed us the way to victory. My son may know more than me on that matter. My only guess is that they sought to break the Lion Guard, divide our forces and destroy us. If not for your intervention, they very well may have succeeded. Yes, throughout Glenumbra, the Lion Guard is spread thin. And without King Casimir's full support, I'm not sure if we'll be able to deal with it at all. Of course, if I had a few more like you, we might just have a chance. We rebuild. Of course, we still need to deal with Faolchu's master. But tomorrow is another day, and we should relish this victory. Well, don't let me keep you. We both have things to do, and you should speak with my son.
This isn't a good time.
We'll continue to interrogate these cultists until we've learned everything we can about Angof. We must find a way to stop him.
Why must I suffer so?
So much to do, so little time.
What a mess, huh? Have you ever seen a city with so much death and destruction? But one orc's disaster is another orc's opportunity, I always say. Wanna see what I'm selling?
I don't deserve this.
I always believed in Alanon's research. That's the reason I agreed to help him. We hold the key to ending this curse. Let's just hope we're not already too late.
Gautier believes his son Darian is still alive inside the city. If that's true, we can use it to our advantage. Darian is Camlorn's captain of the guard. What any ruler should do. I'll serve my people. I failed to defend Camlorn once. That won't happen again. And I pray to Stendarr that you put a blade through his heart. Give Angof what you gave Faolchu. Then maybe we can put this nightmare behind us and rebuild our lives.
It's good to see the Duke back in Camlorn. This is where he belongs. I wanted to thank you, personally. We might have been able to retake Camlorn eventually, but it wouldn't have been quick, and it certainly wouldn't have been pretty. You saved lives, and that's not something I'll soon forget. I'm resigning from the Camlorn Guard. Never did like being stuck in one place for too long. Once this Angof thing is finished, maybe I'll travel for a while, see exotic lands, exotic women, drink exotic wine. Oh, and cheese. I love cheese. And what are you going to do? Anyway, my job here is done. My father will take good care of the city. I'm not one for building things and making repairs. I don't even own a hammer. I'm sure I can be of more use somewhere else. First one to reach Angof buys the first bottle of wine. But in all sincerity, thanks for helping us. You really are an inspiration, and I should know, seeing as I'm pretty inspirational myself. I'm going to make sure these people are taken care of before I leave. It's the least I can do.
Camlorn is ours again, but Angof still threatens us. He's said to be up near Cath Bedro. As soon as the city is secure, I'm taking my knights north.
We must rebuild Camlorn, and make Angof pay. Of course, we can't just rush off to attack Angof. We need to prepare.
What hope is there?
I'm going to make sure these people are taken care of before I leave. It's the least I can do. I had a drink with him earlier today. Discussed our favorite foods, our love lives, his plans for world domination, that sort of thing. No, I have no idea where Angof is. I will find him, though. That much I promise. A squad of Lion Guard soldiers headed north to track him down. There's been no word from them, but who knows what was lost in all this werewolf nonsense. That's as good a place as any to start. Maybe they found something.
Ah, a new recruit. If you're here to help, we could certainly make use of you. Aren't we all, my friend? Aren't we all? We might be able to assist each other, but we have some other business to take care of first. We're dealing with a literal undead uprising. Our patrols sweep the wilds while our primary wizard, Gabriel Benele, searches for a magical relic that will help. But I'm concerned. Some of our patrols haven't returned. Finally! I was beginning to think help would never arrive. Ah, a new recruit. We could certainly use the help out here. We're dealing with a literal undead uprising. Our patrols sweep the wilds while our primary wizard, Gabriel Benele, searches for a magical relic that will help. But I'm concerned. Some of our patrols haven't returned. The Lion Guard doesn't usually seek help outside its ranks, but these are desperate times. Do what you can to help any patrols you encounter. And if you run into Mage Benele, maybe you can help her out as well. Stendar bless you. I'll tell you what I can. In hindsight, I may have spread the patrols too thin. I sent them to patrol the grounds around the redoubt, to protect the Gaudet farm, and to guard the western ruins at Marovek's Folly. Wizard Benele is here on behalf of the Mages Guild. She claims there's a relic in the ruins that will help us defeat Angof, but magic is so unpredictable. And, truth be told, Wizard Benele can be easily distracted. Oh, I'd love to, but there's some kind of barrier protecting the crypts at Cathpedro. Unless Wizard Benele can get us through that barrier, we can't get to Angof, and the undead will just keep coming.
The wounds inflicted by Angof's minions fester rapidly. They're difficult to heal.
Glad you came along. Thanks for the quick rescue. I appreciate it. Thanks for dispatching them for me.
I appreciate it.
We have something important to discuss, but not here. It's not safe. Meet me at the Way Shrine near the Lion Guard redoubt. It's safer there.
Thank Kennereth I found you. You don't know how many people I have met have been torn apart by these cultists and their creatures.
I was with Wizard Benelay at the nearby Maravex Folly, looking for an important relic. When the undead attacked us, we were forced to retreat, but the mage swore she was close to finding something. She did some magic thing and vanished. She said that a nearby crypt contained a relic we needed to defeat Angof. I would have remained by her side, but she just disappeared. I told Commander Ailes what happened, and he said I should find you and let you know. The crypt's got to be somewhere near the ruins of Maravex Folly. She kept a journal that she was constantly writing in. I'm sure it contains the location of the crypt. Our camp is west of the redoubt. Her journal is probably still there. Wizard Benelay is nice enough, but she's not very sensible. She barely looked up from her books and scrolls, even when the fighting got intense. Oh, she'd paused long enough to zap a zombie that wandered too close, but otherwise she was oblivious.
Stranger, aid me.
I hate meeting new people when I'm not at my best. Is my hair all right? Are my robes on straight? Commander Ailes? A good man, and a good soldier. But how did you find me? I did? I knew I left my journal somewhere. But I haven't told you the most exciting news. I found the Midnight Talisman. With it, we can punch a hole in Angof's barrier at Cathbadro. We just need to recharge the beautiful little relic. Do you like the name? I thought it up myself. Sounds simply ominous, doesn't it? Anyhow, it's a Daedric relic used to manipulate Oblivion portals. If you know how, you can use the talisman to get past arcane barriers. And I know how. The talisman would be the key to defeating Angof. If its power wasn't depleted. We need to recharge the talisman. Then we'll finally get our chance to deal with Angof and take the battle to him. I have a ritual that can recharge the talisman and restore its power. There's an ancient Wyrd site on the beach near here. We can use that as the focus for the ritual. With the Midnight Talisman, we can finally take the battle to Angof. With the Midnight Talisman, we can finally take the battle to Angof. Will you help me recharge the Midnight Talisman? I have a ritual that can recharge the talisman and restore its power. There's an ancient Wyrd site on the beach near here. We can use that as the focus for the ritual. I just need to rest for a bit. Then I can get myself there and still have enough power for the ritual. Here, take the talisman and head on down. I'll meet you there. You made it. No zombie bites or anything. I found an inscription in the crypt. It described the relic in remarkable detail. Apparently, the talisman can draw energy from the land itself. Ancient magic saturates this site. It's the perfect place to perform the ritual of recharging. I perform the ritual. You stand there and look heroic. Simple? Are you ready? Here goes nothing. It's done, but something's not right. That didn't seem right. The ritual worked, but something awful looked at me while I was channeling energy into the relic. I think there's something trapped inside the talisman. Whatever's inside the relic, it's certainly not friendly. We can try to dispel it using the weird revelation stone in the circle just up the beach. Put the talisman on the stone and kill whatever emerges. That will do the trick. Just getting down here tired me out more than it should have. I know you can handle whatever's inside the talisman. I'm pretty sure it's just a Banekin or a lesser scamp.
I see you, little mortal. I've guarded this talisman for untold centuries, and you hope to purge me from it? Never. I will personally send you back to Molag Bal.
Julianos, I was wrong about how powerful the thing in the talisman was. My apologies. Dremora? Oh, those are bad. Sorry. At least it's gone and we can use the talisman now. I have enough energy to open a portal for both of us to use. Are you ready to return to the redoubt?
We'll beat this Angof, claim glory for the king, and return home victorious.
The great King Casimir sent us to stop Angof. With the combined might of the dragons, the Lion Guard, and you, Angof will surely fall.
Against the Knights of the Covenant, the Lion Guard, and you, Angof doesn't stand a chance.
Good luck out there.
I hope Wizard Benole knows what she's doing.
This is it. All our work has led to this. We're ready to confront Angof and destroy him. Thanks to you, he won't be able to hide from us now. I told Sir Lannis what happened out there. You should introduce yourself when you get a chance.
Over here, we have much to discuss. The great King Casimir sent us to stop Angof. With the combined might of the dragons, the Lion Guard, and you, Angof will surely fall. Well said. But we can't just rush after the villain. First off, Angof's toxic mist protects the approach to Cath Badro. It rises from his vines and sickens anyone who breathes it in. The wizard Benelay believes you might be immune to its effects. We have to chance it. We don't have any other options. A squad of dragons succumbed to the mist before they could retreat. Then that idiot Darien led a few Camlorn soldiers on an ill-conceived rescue mission, and they were overcome as well. I hope the soldiers still live. That mist is deadly. And that fool from Camlorn, what was he thinking? He charged right into the mist after them. They couldn't have gotten too far into the graveyard. The poison mist acts fast. Hopefully, they stay together. Once you get them out of there, we can plan our attack against Angof. With the city liberated from Faolchu, some of the Camlorn Guard came up this way looking for a fight. A noble named Darien was acting as their leader. He seemed very angry with Angof. Something about werewolves. Arcade blind me if I know. When the king mentioned your name, the dog perked up and stuck with us all the way from Daggerfall. Looks like he's happy to see you.
Angof the Gravesinger is as good as dead. Or is he already dead? Or undead? Anyway, this is almost over.
Well, look who's here. I should have known you'd be making Angof's life miserable. Camlorn wasn't enough for you, eh? Say, these mists are poisonous. Why aren't you affected? I wish I knew. I didn't think. I just rushed in to help the Dragon Knights. My guards started gasping and falling to the ground, just like the Knights. But not me. These are the only survivors. But I don't think they'll last much longer. The mist is thicker toward the gate. They won't survive passing through it again. But the mist doesn't seem to affect the necromancers. Those amulets must protect them. Kill a few, take their amulets, and give them to the knights. Better grab a couple of extras just in case anyone shows up while you're gone. I'll stay here and defend the knights from any wandering undead.
These soldiers won't last much longer, and I don't have enough magic to extend my ward to protect them. Darian told me about the amulets. Did you get them? With any luck, they'll work like the talisman you're carrying. Perfect. Thank you. I'll put them on the wounded knights, and Darian can lead them to safety. Do you have any more? I might be able to use them to clear the mist. If I merge them and cast an amplification spell, I can increase the size of my protection ward. If I can get to a central point and hold the spell long enough, our troops will be able to get in. You just need to defend me while I do it. Good. Meet me at the center of the graveyard. When Angof notices what I'm doing, he's bound to send someone to stop me. If they interrupt me while I'm casting, the spell will fail, and that won't be good.
Count on me to get the knights out of here. You just protect Gabrielle. If this mad plan actually works, I'll see you inside the crypt.
Quickly now, before Angof knows we're here. Are you ready to begin? Remember that I can't defend myself while I'm performing the ritual. You have to protect me. Stay close. You need to keep them off me until I finish. Stay close. You have to keep them away from me until I complete the ritual. Let's get inside before anything else tries to stop us. That takes care of the mist, but who knows for how long. Let's not waste this opportunity. The time to strike at Angof has arrived. This next bit is critical. I've seen what you can do, so I know you're up to it. Besides, we'd never have made it this far if not for you. You won't be able to just walk into Angof's parlor and challenge him to a duel. He has minions. His kind always has minions. But don't let that stop you. We've come too far not to try to finish this. You won't be able to just walk into Angof's parlor and challenge him to a duel. He has minions. His kind always has minions. But don't let that stop you. We've come too far not to try to finish this. I'll follow you as soon as the soldiers get here. Oh, even better. Take this binding stone. Find a secure location inside the catacombs and use it to call me to you. I'll even bring some of the soldiers with me. Some of the dead were protected by wards designed to prevent desecration. Look for a tomb with these wards and use the stone there. That should be safe enough for my purposes.
Traveling with mages always makes me queasy. I'll stay here and guard Gabrielle. Be careful out there.
Good. You found the perfect spot for... Wait, where are the others? Yes, Sir Lannis and his knights volunteered to come with me, but I only see Dame Alexine. There must have been too many of us for the Binding Stone. This isn't good. The other knights could have been scattered throughout the crypts. Good, but listen. There's only one way to get out of these crypts. You have to kill Angof. I don't have any other way to deal with his various protections and defenses now that I'm down here. He dies, or we never leave. Those are our choices.
Fancy meeting you here.
Wizard Benelay said you'd gotten inside and were hunting Angof. We wanted to help, but I hope we haven't done more harm than good. We met Wizard Benelay outside. She said you'd use a binding stone to call us. Then suddenly we were down here in the dark and surrounded by a horde of undead. The rest of the contingent must be somewhere nearby. My best guess? They're deeper inside this maze of catacombs. If you find the knights, send them this way. I'll hold the passage with this overconfident fool. He can't stop talking, but at least Darian's a decent enough fighter.
Never creep up on a person, you're likely to get beheaded. You must be Wizard Benelay's friend. You're the mad fool who went into the catacombs ahead of us, aren't you? By the way, did the other knights make it? That binding spell seemed to throw me a bit short of the mark. I'll head out as soon as I see a clear path. A word of warning, though. The lurcher in the chamber ahead is extremely tough. I'd keep it away from the totems surrounding it if you plan to challenge it.
Stay back. This area's trapped. Don't get caught like I did. I've been watching to see how it works. The trap has guardians. They're the key to disarming it, I believe. After each trap fires, there's a brief moment when you can disarm it. During this moment, you have to defeat its guardian. It's the only way. So, I'm not the only one left? That's good to hear. I'm pretty exhausted, but I'll see if I can find them after I rest up for a few moments. Thanks, Stendarr. You got rid of that cursed spirit. They made it? And so close all along. Yes, I'll go. I just need a moment to clear my head. But be careful down here. You don't want to end up like that spirit. I'll tell him. Watch yourself down there. Angof has the entire place rigged with traps. We'll be lucky if any of us get out of here alive.
We managed to meet each other in all the nicest places. You know, we could be carousing in an inn somewhere, but no. Here we are instead, up to our necks in danger and adventure. Just like old times. Dear Gabrielle's spell seems to have misfired. Luckily, a few of us were able to find each other. I also convinced the Bloodthorn cultist to tell me how to reach Angof. I can be very persuasive when I put my mind to it. 3 locks protect Angof's inner sanctum. I doubt that even you can get in there by simply knocking. You need 3 shard keys to open the locks. They're well guarded, so you're gonna have to kill a few things to get them. I wish I could aid you, but I'm needed here. Lannis is good with a sword, but I'm better. I'll protect the survivors. Let Lannis know if you run into anyone else. I don't know exactly, but the Bloodthorn cultist told me about the Guardians. Watch out for a summoned creature, an impassable trap, and a warrior spirit bound to Angof's service. All I know is that Angof drew on the collected power of his cultists to summon the creature. I hear that it's more plant than beast. And of course, it's terrible to behold. Actually, I couldn't get anything out of the cultist about the trap. Sorry, you're on your own with that one. It seems that when Angof first came to power, a certain knight took offense and tried to kill him. Angof captured the knight's spirit and bound it to serve him. I understand he's extremely powerful and not at all happy about the situation.
King Casimir finally decided to take the war to Angof. If his Daggerfall Knights and the Lion Guard can work together, we have a chance to stop this madness.
are the one who wishes to destroy my master. I know what you seek. I would tell you if I could, but instead I must thwart you. The Shard Key is bound to my spirit, as surely as I am bound to guard it. But I wonder, will you listen to a riddle? A useful riddle? What cannot be said directly may be hinted at. Listen then. Rot and death are Angof's guise. Living flesh holds his demise. I must release the shard to the one who brings me what the living flesh beyond this crypt holds. I cannot say directly, only through riddle. Seek what differs in the next room. Take what the living flesh holds, then unbind me with it. You come to destroy my master? I know what you seek. I would tell you a simple riddle, yet you already have the answer in your possession. That rune you hold is the key to releasing me. The living flesh holds the riddle answer no longer. Yes, but take care what you say. The words must be repeated exactly as written. You come to destroy my master? Yes, but take care what you say. The words must be repeated exactly as written. Ah, it's done! Thanks, Stendarr. Here, take the shard key. I am free to ascend at last. Destroy Angof. Avenge me and the others that have fallen victim to his crimes.
We'll do what we can to help. Just stay away from his vines.
Strike swiftly and without mercy. Angof will offer none to us.
We'll stop him. I'm sure of it. Keep away from those thorns and you'll be fine.
Why thorns? Why not casks of ale? That's how I decorate my inner sanctum.
So you are the vain fool who seeks to ply Glenumbra from my grasp. After I kill you, I shall raise you up and make you my slave. You and your friends will all die.
You did it! Now hurry. Through the portal you go.
Well, now, wasn't that fun? I'd fight alongside you anytime.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? All right, maybe fun isn't the right word, but you were glorious. Angof is finally dead. We can't thank you enough for what you've done. The others have all collapsed in their tents. They're exhausted, but I wanted to welcome you back. And Sir Lannis wants to talk to you. He's telling the Lion Guard commander what happened. Who knows? Maybe he wants to give you a medal or something. Well, go on. We'll be fine. I promise.
The king will be grateful for what we've done here. Some of Angof's minions are still running loose, but it's nothing we can't handle. Maybe things will finally return to normal now. Without Angof's magic, hopefully the vines will wither and die. If not, I'm sure the Mages Guild can conjure up a spell to clear them away. I'm not too concerned about them. Yes, but I can't put my finger on it. We've heard rumblings that things up north aren't looking any better. Not necessarily vines and such, but there are whispers of other things out there that we need to be concerned about. I hear there's trouble in Koglin Village. Something bad is happening up there. But don't worry about that right now. We just saved the people of Glenumbra. We should be celebrating. Now, where did I put it? The king set aside this armor for the champion who defeated Angof. It was a treasure of Daggerfall, and now it belongs to you. It's your reward for all you've done for this land and its people. May luck follow you wherever you go.
Sir! Sir, They took him, sir.